Welcome. This is Recidiva. I'm sharing a recording of a casual Skyrim playthrough using a mod list I built. My profound thanks to all the mod creators who have made this game a crowdsourced treasure. I hope you enjoy.
Yes? Good day.
Okay, this is...
It's hot day.
There's someone at my home in Leaf Rest. Okay. Alright, there is, just came to Leaf Rest, just intending to sleep in a safe place. And this dude, which I
Speak,
believe
elf.
it's fairly easy to determine that this is my Dawn Guard objective. Show me your wares, merchant.
My wares? So sorry. I'm all sold out.
Come with me, merchant.
Why? What do you want?
What is... Hold on.
Good day.
Let me see if I can find the quest that I have, hidden. Because I'm supposed to kill them, not, like, ask them to follow me. Oh, I suppose you can ask them to follow you because you can take them to a secluded spot. But he's already on my porch. Discreetly kill the traveling merchant. Yeah, that's pretty easy.
Yes?
Didn't know he would actually deliver himself to my front porch, but there you go. Okay. That was easy. Okay, so in preparation for the for the Legacy of the Dragonborn thing, see now I can actually use... Oh wait, never mind. I'm not praying to anybody. This is a different playthrough. I worship... In this playthrough, it's not Akatosh anymore. It is... Oriel. So, yeah, when I say, like, I don't remember if I read this book or I don't remember if I did this, it's because I have, many... Oh, I say many Games, but it could be something where a character is played for 2 to 3 hours until I go, oh, gotta fix that, or, you know, something like... So I've played quite a bit, but I don't really have an ongoing character that I've stuck with. I'm about to think that I'm done and I can do it now, but who knows? I've been wrong before. So. Okay, cool. That makes prayer really easy. Prayer and blessing. Fantastic. Also in my new game, O-Stim, which is a sex... It's also a romance mod. They do have, like, you know, you can just read books together, you know, there's a romance aspect to it, but it's essentially a replacement for Sex Lab. And in that, I have a mod where if you have sex, you gain favor with your god. So, yeah, my guys are gaining favor really quickly. on my front porch. Go away. I'm killing vampires here. Even if I was being a vampire here, you don't belong here. Leave me alone. Okay, I'm going to leave that for a little bit. It's not really important that I just turn it in. So I'm all excited about Fort Greenwall. Let's go do that. So yeah, my characters get a lot of favor very quickly. Now this is going to make prayer even easier. That's awesome. And again, it's really cool to, you know, experience and discover that for the first time. So I'm like 300 hours in and I see something I've never seen before. You know, I recognize the names of most of the gear. And since I'm using a bound bow and custom gear, and that's going to be a challenge for my vampire because he is not the crafty sort. He does not, you know, care about alchemy or enchanting. So he's going to be wearing other drops. He's going to be wearing drop stuff. He's going to be wearing, he's going to be wearing trophies from people that he killed. He's not going to be big on creation. So everything he wears is going to be a trophy. Yeah, he's gross. But he's having fun.
Wonderful. You're here. This is quite a fantastic find, I must say. And you said that snow elf inspector guided you here?
Yes, she brought me right here and pointed over there.
Yes, I noticed that passage. We're working towards building the scaffolding up towards there, but it may take a while. We've made little progress already, so feel free to investigate anything that is accessible. But do be careful. We haven't built the scaffold to the cavern base yet, so if you fall, you may survive due to the water, but you'll likely not get back up.
Okay. I was gonna say I'm gonna disable Sunhelm, but there's no point, right? I'm not gonna die, I'll just be tired, so I'm not gonna go through all of that right now. Not that it's a big deal, but like when you reset it, then, you know, you have to take care of your needs immediately. So this might just be a cursory, come back in 3 days sort of thing. And if they set me up to do a ton of excavating, alright, I'll just be tired. I can use rain shelter or Kaidan's tent. You see a chest over there. We can't reach it yet. Sort of ruined brazier. Okay, this is just a preliminary. Take a look at what's here. Investigate what you can and return in a few days. Okay. So there's an excavation site, but and I'm concerned about jumping around here because I've got the boots of jumpability, so I might have access to places that the base game wouldn't allow. So okay, yeah, it is just come back in a few days. All right, we'll go talk to Gunmar and then do another dungeon. As we know, I would have different choices if I were doing this.
Yes?
How are things?
Less digging means more time for reading. I think I may soon have some more clues about the downfall of the Falmer.
Okay.
Until we meet again.
I remember saying at the beginning that Legacy of the Dragonborn takes much longer than the main quest. I was not.
Well met.
Okay, that's it. You okay there, Kaidan? Yeah? Ronan? Yeah, this is awkward and weird. Alright, well that's underwhelming. Let's hope it gets better. I was all excited. Okay, return to Gunmar, and then I'll do another dungeon, and yeah. So I'm not going to pick up anything new from Gunmar. I'm going to consider Dawnguard finished.
This is fine for now, but we can't stay holed up here forever.
I've killed the vampire masquerading as a traveling merchant.
Very good. That's one less monster we need to worry about. Though there's plenty more where he came from. Be ever watchful.
Okay,
Take care of
I'm
yourself.
gonna double check, but I believe for Dawnguard, that's pretty much it, except I could do permanent, like, radiant stuff forever if I wanted to, but, Yep. Oh. Okay, let's see. Dexion doesn't tell me, I do have all of the scrolls. Okay. It looks like Dexion wants the Elder Scrolls, which is fine. But we already have them on display in the museum. I'm not gonna take them out and bring them here so he can help them. Alright, dungeon. Infiltration. Help take back Treva's watch. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna read a few books. It's not the most comfortable spot here. Oh, I'll just sit on the bench outside and read a book. Nope, that's a table. Nope, 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 can't, nope, nope, nope. Alright, we're gonna pretend I'm gonna sit on this evil cart. No, we're not. No, that's safe. We hate evil carts. Okay, this is all static. We're just gonna do some, midnight cold reading. Let's read Cicero's journals. 18th of Evening Star, 4E186. As I begin this new phase of my life, I'm not doing the voice. I've decided to finally get the journal. So much has happened to me thus far, both within the Brotherhood and without. It does make sense that I actually use this voice, which you will see as you read, as I read. So much has happened to me thus far, both within the Brotherhood and without. When I think there's no record of what has transpired, it almost seems as an affront to Sisyphus himself, so I'm determined to make amends. Yes, the Dark Brotherhood has its own scribes and chroniclers, but it's their solemn task to record those events deemed important to the organization as a whole. Let this volume serve as the personal record of one man, a lowly assassin who's pledged his blade and his life to the Dark Brotherhood. 23rd of Evening Star, 4E186. I've arrived safely in the Shaden Hall sanctuary and have been greeted warmly by Rasha and the others. Indeed, the level of support and acceptance shown by my new family is rather overwhelming. For this sanctuary knows suffering, knows sorrow, for the ghosts of purification still haunt its halls. So who better to understand the plight of a brother who has lost home and heart. Who better to comfort one whose sanctuary is no more? The Bruma sanctuary may be gone, but my dearest brothers and sisters will live forever in my dreams, just as their souls live forever by the dread father's side. First of Rain's Hand, 4E187, completed the Baroness contract. She died well. Our handmaiden, bless her. 12th of Rain's Hand, 4E187. Shadenhall suits me. With the destruction or abandonment of the other sanctuaries, our contracts are plentiful, as are our bonuses. Still, we seem to be losing our footholds throughout Tamriel at an alarming rate. There are rumors that the Black Hand is split on our continued direction. Some favor expansion, and others consolidation. My personal feeling is that the Dark Brotherhood needs to, at the very least, maintain the illusion of being everywhere at once. It has become exceedingly difficult to fulfill or even establish contracts in provinces where we no longer have a physical presence, like Hammerfell. The more we ignore Tamriel, the more people lose faith in the Dark Brotherhood. Power, our services, our dedication to the Void. 27th of Rain's Hand, 4E187. The listener, Alessandre Dupre, has been visiting with us for several days, down from her private residence in Bravo. She and Rasha have been discussing the possibility of reopening the Shadow Scale training facility in Archon and Blackmarsh, but ultimately decided we lacked the resources to follow through with the plan. 27th of Rain's Hand, 4E187. Completed the arena contract. I ultimately decided to pose as a starstruck fan and immediately got into the Grand Champion's good graces. While escorting the arrogant fool through the Great Forest, I slashed his throat and left the corpse for the bears. So he was pretending to be the adoring fan. That's awesome. Cicero's Journal Part 2. 7th of Sun's Height, 4E188. Wayrest is lost. The city fell to Corsairs, and it's just a matter of time before the sanctuary is breached. May the Night Mother watch over her children in their hour of need. 5th of Last Seed, 4E188. We received word today. The Wayrest sanctuary was raided and destroyed by the Corsairs. There were no survivors. There are now only 3 active Dark Brotherhood strongholds remaining. The Shadenhall Sanctuary, here in the Imperial Province, a remote sanctuary located in a forest in Skyrim, and the Corinth Sanctuary of Elsewhere. The Black Hand has ordered the Corinth Sanctuary closed, and its members integrated into our own ranks here in Shadenhall. I will embrace those new family members as warmly as I was when I first made my home here. 27th of Hearthfire, 4E188. The situation in Braveville grows more dire. The city has erupted in violence due to a war of control being waged by Cyrodiil's 2 largest skooma traffickers. The listener, Alessandre Dupre, has been forced to employ sellswords to protect her own residents. First of Sun's Dusk, 4E188. Things in Braveville have come to a head. The statue of the lucky old lady has been destroyed. Aww. And Alessandre Dupre has left her residence to guard the crypt of the Night Mother, hidden below the remains of the statue. If the crypt is discovered, Alessandre Dupre will, of course, protect the remains of the unholy matron until her dying breath. Rasha is sending Garnag and Andronica to aid in the crypt's defense. I begged to accompany them, but Rasha wouldn't have it. He says my place is here, defending this sanctuary, and I must, of course, respect that decision. 12th of Sun's Dusk, 4E188. Botched my contract and forfeited the bonus. The silk merchant was already cold, and I was halfway through the window when her daughter stepped into the room. I had little choice at that point. 21st of Sun's Dusk, 4E188. So much has happened since my last entry. After Garnag and Andronica left for Bravo, we stopped receiving communications from the city. We feared the worst. This morning, those fears were confirmed when Garnag returned alone, transporting a most precious cargo, the great stone coffin of the Night Mother herself. The story Garnag told could curdle the blood. I think they mean curdle. Curdle the blood of even the most hardened of Sithis' servants. The crypt of the Night Mother, raided. Dear Sister Angelica, cut to pieces. And the listener herself, the most honored Alessandre Dupre, burned alive in a storm of mage fire. Garnag, though gravely injured, he will most certainly lose his right eye. Managed to fend off the attackers and transport the Night Mother's coffin safely out of the city. He's been on the road, making his way back here since that tragic night. Part 3. 23rd of Sun's Dusk, 4E188. Now that things have settled down, the reality of our situation has finally come to bear. We are a dark brotherhood without a listener. With no listener, the Black Sacrament will go unheard. Surely the Night Mother will speak to someone soon, thus choosing a new listener to take Alessandre Dupre's place. Until that happens, though, we must take to the streets. We must hear the pleas of the desperate and vengeful. The people of Tamriel must not know, must never know, that their prayers to the Night Mother are going unheeded. 24th of Morning Star 4E189. It is a new year and 2 months since the Night Mother first arrived here at the Shadenhall Sanctuary, but still the unholy matron has not seen fit to speak to any one of us. And so, Rasha has decided to revive an ancient Dark Brotherhood tradition, the appointing of a keeper, a guardian whose sole duty is the safeguarding of the Night Mother's remains. The remaining members of the Black Hand will make their decision tomorrow. 25th of Morning Star 4E189. I have been chosen. By some incomprehensible twist of fate, the Black Hand has named me the Night Mother's keeper. In all honesty, I'm both incredibly honored and deeply saddened. This means the end of my contracts. I'll be lucky to lift a blade again. Thankfully, Rasha has promised me one final contract before I accept my new duties. 30th of Morning Star 4E189. The Jester lies dead. My final contract has been completed. How he laughed and laughed until he didn't. 3rd of First Seed 4E189. I've settled it well into my new Rose Keeper. It's my duty to not only keep the Night Mother shrine clean and the candles lit, but to tend to the body as well. Night Mother's crypt was a consecrated place, shroud, kissed, absent of sunlight, and safe from the world above. Removed from there, the remains are subject to the filth and corruption of the living. The body is perfectly preserved, so the concern is not physical, but rather spiritual. The remains must be sanctified regularly so that they may continue to serve as a conduit for the Night Mother's soul. Our matron's eternal spirit may travel the void freely, but it is through her own earthly remains that she communicates with the listener. And so, as I wash the corpse weekly with the requisite oils, recite the ancient incantations, and personally see to the extermination of any insects or rodents, if the Night Mother does not speak, it will be because she chooses not to, not because she is unable. This is my responsibility. This is my vow. 12th of Mid-Year 4E189. Months and months and months and no listener. Why won't the Night Mother speak to me? I'm worthy as keeper, but not as listener. I protect Our Lady, keep her sanctified, but still she will not grace me with her voice. 4th of Sun's Height 4E189. So long since I worked my blade, so long since I saved a soul, but I'm now keeper, no longer a taker. I think back fondly on my hours with the Jester, his laughter, his screams, his pitiful cries, and then as the end drew near, his laughter once more, merry in death as well as in life. I was honored to know him. Part 4. First of Hearthfire 4E189. Shadenhall has erupted into violence and chaos like so many other cities before it. The sanctuary has remained unbreached, but for how long? The numbers are few, and with no speaker, the contracts have dwindled almost to nothingness. Rasha's hold on the sanctuary is slipping. 26th of Frostfall 4E189. Silence. Deafening silence in my head, in my head, in my head. That is the silence of death, silence of the void, seeping into me through the metal. Silence is hatred. The silence is rage. Silence is love. 4th of Evening Star 4E189. Today Rasha declared himself listener, claiming the Night Mother spoke to him at last, but when questioned, he could not name the binding words. Liar! Deceiver! His charade must not stand. 5th of Evening Star 4E189. Rasha is dead. As commanded by the silence, so did I obey. I did not wield the knife, oh no, but dipped the honey softly sweet into Garnag's eager ear. He's a good brother, a loyal brother. To both Cicero and our matron, he did the deed gladly. 10th of Sun's Dawn, 4E190. Only 3 of us left. Cicero, Garnag, Pontius. 15th of Sun's Dawn, 4E190. The Night Mother remains silent. I remain unworthy. The sanctuary remains doomed. 3rd of First Seed, 4E190. I can hear it. Deeper and deeper, louder and louder, punctuating the silence like thunder on a calm evening. Laughter. Fourth of first seed, 4100. Laughing, 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 laughing. It's the jester. A voice from the void to cheer poor Cicero. I accept your gift, dearest Night Mother. Thank you for my laughter. Thank you for my friend. 16th of Rain's Hand, 4191. Claudius is dead. A Dark Brotherhood assassin was killed by a common bandit while walking the streets of Shadenhall. How can something so sad be so funny? 17th of Rain's Hand, 4191. I love the laughter, dearest Night Mother, but still I long to hear your voice. It's not too late. Speak to me, my mother. Speak to me that I might set things right. I can save the sanctuary. I can save the Brotherhood. You can have the laughter. Take it back and exchange them. A laughter for your voice. Second seed, 4191. It's not safe to leave the sanctuary. We'll stay here. All is well. 29th of last seed, 4191. Garnag is gone. Gone. Left to get food, but he'll be back. It's only been 3 months. 3 months. 3 months. 12 moths. 4 sloths. 21st of Sun's Dusk, 4192. Cicero is dead. Cicero is born. The laughter has filled me so very completely. I am the laughter. I am the jester. The soul that has served as my constant companion for so long has breached the veil of the void finally and forever. It's now in me. It is me. The world has seen the last of Cicero the man. Behold, Cicero, fool of hearts, laughter incarnate. 28th of Sun's Dusk, 4E200. Found the old journal. Decided to write a treatise on silence, sound, darkness, and light. How long has it been since the Night Mother first came here? How long since I was made keeper? How long since I became the fool? Since I've been alone? Since Shadenhall fell? Since they started pounding on the door like so many hammered heartbeats? It's dark in here and quiet. Poor Cicero no longer hears the laughter, for he is the laughter. There is no listener in Shadenhall, no listener in Cyrodiil, no listener in me. We must leave here before the sanctuary falls, before the Night Mother burns, before the Dark Brotherhood withers, before the laughter dies. 29th of Sun's Dusk, 4E200. I took a stroll and spied a maid, but the matron's duties stayed my plague. So busy now, I miss the thrill. If only I had time to kill. I like Cicero's story very much. It's a good one. Okay, back to Trevor's watch. Okay, we'll look around outside first. Hello? I could look up the guides immediately, but I do enjoy exploring at least cursory to see if I can figure the quest out. Let's see if there's someone inside. We're outside, but right now, I kill these guys. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to get in there.
Fucking creep.
You're doing your best, huh, Kaidan? I'm not supposed to be able to jump that. I'll look around to see if there's an alternate exit, and then I'll look to see if I can open that door. Wow, this place is huge. Oh, there's a dragon. Come on. How they can see me on the ground. Where am I on the map? Where's Trevor's Watch? Okay, yeah, this is in the Reach. It's sort of in the outback of the Reach, so I don't know the area well. I was wondering if I need that bridge. Alright, you know what, dragon? Screw you. Alright, I'm just gonna try going in a dungeon entrance and see what happens. I don't really care too much about it, dragon. Right, not an entrance.
You've met your match.
Alright, I'm gonna try to find the gate.
I do what I do, and if you don't like it, tough.
I like it, baby. Ah. I don't care, dragon trying to find a lever. You'd have to be a dragon with an objective for me to really care that much. You are not a lever. Okay. Yeah, this is, this checkerboard.
What I do, and if you don't like it, tough.
You ready to die today, huh?
Let's see what else is around here.
Yeah, good thing you can teleport, honey. I can't look. I don't even see where to go from my continent.
Shit. Did it again.
Okay, I'm gonna try going up to see if this tower over here has an entrance. Wow, this place is not helpful. And I'm going to go back on. Okay. What and where am I missing? Yeah, this looks like the well that okay. Open Trevor's Watch. Good. Okay, Kaidan can catch up by teleporting. If not, okay. We'll hook up later. actually
someone there?
kill, like, a quest giver. No people, just buckets.
Huh?
Yeah. 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 Went that way. And this way. Or more this way. Okay. Glowy arrows are nice markers too. Okay, there's a way up, and now there's a way down. Looks like a big slimy door of death. There's a big slimy door. I wish you could like permanently detrap them. What's the word for detrap? Disarm. My brain came up with. Oh, I figured out why these guys are wearing hats too. Kept complaining about the hats. Why are they wearing hats? Those pirate hats are actually jewelry slots. So my no hat policy didn't apply to stuff that was divine elegance when NPCs are given clothes through a spell perk item distributor, SPID. So I solved that puzzle. And as I mentioned, that I had to take Divine Elegance out because even though it has CBBE slides for females, it does not have himbo slides for males, which is where my neck gap is coming from. Wow, how did that miss?
Huh? Oh.
I'm going to assume anybody out wandering the hallways is free. I need to look for an angry or incarcerated person. I was watch Escape Tunnel. That's lots of dead Nords. More slimy bangy things on the floor.
We're routed. Fall back.
Oh, he got hit by his own trap. That's awesome. Let's see. Got that. That's when it's fun. Can I leave Kaidan alone?
So much no one.
You don't know who you're
Okay. All right. Trevor's watch. All right.
Huh?
Are you? I will take back my family's castle.
What's going on here?
Finally, reinforcements have arrived. I was expecting more, though. It better be good.
I'm the best.
Good. The place is crawling with bandits. We lost some good men trying to take it earlier. I suspect Brurid planned this. There's been bad blood between us since the king's death. But to invade my home, kidnap my family...
Do you have a plan?
The front gate is locked, so you'll need to use the mine entrance behind us. Open the front gate, and we'll try and give you some support.
I'll do it.
I wish we could offer more help, but our last attack went sour, and we're all that is left. Good luck.
Yeah, you see, so he's got a hat, he's got, and you can see the big neck gap space. You're why I had to... Okay, yeah, you too, lady. Okay. Did it backward. But at least now, I've got a quest arrow. And given his clothes, it's very possible Stelio is just a rival bandit. He's wearing bandit gear. And that, surprisingly, he's going to try to kill me when I've done this. No, it's a huge shot. Trevor's watch. Okay. Yeah, the arrows are going to be difficult. It's going to want to send me back, so I'm going to go back the way I came and see if it'll lead me in an arrow forward. But hopefully, once I get back to the courtyard, the arrow might help me then. But pretty much, okay, good. The magical arrow appears to be doing the right thing. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, how many times in this game do you actually end up helping someone, like, the right way without... Buddy? Oh no, you're dead. You've got an arrow sticking out of your neck. Kill me. Now, where was... Oh my god, it's right there. Wow. Okay, I suppose that's fair because coming in... Yeah, it just looks like a crate coming in by the time you're in through the door. You'd have to be, like... Alright, yeah, and I was looking at the door. Alright, that's okay.
Speak, elf.
Yeah?
What do you want, little elf?
What do you want, little elf?
I want you to get out of the way so I can talk to the quest guy.
Yeah? Speak, elf.
Yeah?
Yes?
The fort is yours.
Thank you for your help. Did you see my family inside?
No, I didn't see them in there.
Hopefully
No,
they
there were a
made
lot
it
of
to
dead birds.
safety before the attack. I'll begin the search after a quick restock. Anyway, Here is your reward.
Oh, I suppose if you
Thanks
trigger it,
again.
you go in the right way.
Need
Alright, I
something?
did it backward. Probably the pile of dead Nords was his family, if these guys aren't actually... Like, why is his bodyguard wearing tavern clothes?
Aye.
Okay.
For a moment there, I thought those dead people were his family. I guess they must have escaped.
Alright. Is there a story here? Yeah, me too, Kaidan. Alright, let's camp by the waterside. What do you say?
Aye. You alright? Aye, we ought to make camp. Sure thing. Aye.
So I've learned in this many things in this run through, not to do in the next run through. Or the next two, I'm probably gonna trade off. Good guy one day, and sometimes I just play until I'm like, okay, I crashed, now I'm gonna go do something else. Yeah, so crashing is a good excuse to go do something else. And this gives me somewhere else to go that's still Skyrim. Because by the time my crashes aren't really severe, because with the autoloader, it usually only goes back, 5 or 6 minutes. Unless there has been non-stop action and no way for it to save. So occasionally, it'll send me back longer, but I don't really experience the same sort of horrors that other people do about, losing their save, the one save they have. Okay, pray. The Lunar Lorcan. Oh, no, actually, let me do more journals. Letter from Kaidan, 16 Frostfell, 201. A wonderful dragon. Being beside you while we constantly travel is a joy. Watching you help others, taking on tasks that seem daunting to even the most seasoned warriors, makes me proud. But I am a man before I'm anything else, and as a man whose heart rests with you, I worry. You are a force to be reckoned with, and I admire that. I feel I should remind you how even the formidable need their rest. So I propose this. Cozy night in our tent. You, me, on our bedrolls. A drink of your choosing. Think of nothing and everything. Listen to the sounds of nature outside the tent, and to each other's voices. Enjoy each other's company, and touch if you desire. And together, we'll simply breathe, rest, exist, without the worry of tomorrow, even if just for the night. A moment's respite that I hope to give you. Yours, Kai. You are awesome, Kaidan. Thank you. Letter from Kaidan, 18 Frostfell, 201. I keep saying Frostfell. That's an EverQuest thing. I've done a lot more Frostfelling than I have Frostfalling. Okay, Midas, 18 Frostfall, 201. Seleia. Dealing with Daedra will never not make my heart worry, yet something felt different with this one. It's not that I'm not that well versed on Azura, but for once it felt right. I'm proud of your decision. Not sure if it had been me, I would have even spared a second to investigate. I do hope those souls find peace. I believe we should always be cautious, so I thought perhaps next town we stop, we could try to learn more. Kaidan. Karen's journal. 8th of Frostfall. Oh, Talver. Dear sweet Talver. I can't stop thinking about him. Since that first moment I laid eyes on him in the marketplace, my heart was lost. My father would never allow me to marry a commoner, much less a poor Dunmer miner. Mara, what to do? 11th of Sun's Dawn. Another letter from Talver, the 3rd this week. He says he can't live without me, but he'd rather die than lose me too, rather. Oh, I feel the same way. I can't abide this any longer. Father is sure to find out eventually. Maids are all aflutter over my secret love. Something will slip. Talbot and I must be long gone by then, or Father will have all the reach up in arms against him. 22nd of First Seed. I've convinced Father to take me on his next trip out east. When we reach the inn at Old Frolden, I'll slip out at night and meet Talbot in the hills above Surgeons. Talbot says he's been saving his wages for the last few months, stowing them away in the old stump out there. With that, we should be able to buy passage to Riften and our freedom. Oh, God, I can't wait another hour. Yeah, we found their bodies, like, mauled by a mountain cat outside of the Old Frolden Inn on the way to the Red Eagle Fortress. Lua's Dream. 25 years I've grieved for my husband and sought revenge against the Empire for his death. I've researched the magics. This is, Lua, I believe, she held captive Fury and Holgier, big whole long puzzle dungeon. I've researched the magics to return a spirit to a body, and something about the story of Fury and Holgier also has drawn me here. Holgier would make the perfect vessel to bring my Sail back to life. Oh, she wanted to use them as the vessels, because they were perfect lovers. Oh, okay. I thought it was like a vengeance thing, that she was only using their spirits because they killed him, but okay. I've managed to raise the dead here and use them as laborers to clear the way to the main burial hall. Something about the methods used by the ancient Nords have kept them incredibly well preserved. Would that these Stormcloaks had half their sense. We could have used them to push the elves right off the continent and formed a new state to combat the Empire. And now, when I'm so close, a war breaks out. The sleeping bear of Skyrim, who would not come to aid us in Hammerfell, awakens now that the Empire has abandoned them as well. They think they know suffering at the hands of the Empire. They knew nothing. I would see both the Empire and the Sons of Skyrim into oblivion myself. Ash is not wrong. I was thinking about, like, my vampire might actually do civil war on the side of the Imperials because it's as evil as you can get, and he just loves killing people and eating them, so it makes perfect sense for him to feed that strife as much as he possibly fucking can. The Lunar Lorcan by Faldrune. I'll not go into the varying accounts of what happened at Adamantine Tower, nor will I relate the war of manifest metaphors that rendered these stories unable to support most qualities of what is commonly known as narrative. We all have our favorite Lorcan story and our favorite Lorcan motivation for the creation of Nirn, and our favorite story of what happened to his heart, but the theory of the Lunar Lorcan is of special note. In short, the moons were and are the two halves of Lorcan's flesh divinity. Like the rest of the gods, Lorcan was a planet that participated... Oh, okay, there's a little wordplay there. Plane, with an apostrophe T after it. Planet. That participated in the Great Construction, except where the 8 lent portions of their heavenly bodies to create the mortal plane. So I'm just going to say planet, but it'll be like 2 syllables. Planet. Lorcan's was cracked asunder, and his divine spark felt in Nirn as a shooting star to impregnate it with the measure of its existence and a reasonable amount of selfishness. Maser and Secunda, therefore, are the personifications of the dichotomy, the cloven duality, according to Artaeum, that Lorcan legends often rail against. Ideas of the animus, good, evil, being, nothingness, poetry of the body, throat, and moan silence as the abortive and so on, set in the night sky as Lorcan's constant reminder to his mortal issue of their duty. Followers of this theory hold that all other heart stories are mythical degradations of the true origin of the moons, and it needn't be said that they observe the hollow crescent theory as well. Ooh. Okay, I'm finally going to get around to the Lusty Argonian Maid, Volume 1. The Lusty Argonian Maid, Volume 1 by Crassius Cure. Act 4, Scene 3 continued. Lifts her tail. Certainly not, kind sir. I am here but to clean your chambers. Gratius Coulter. Is that all you come here for, little one? My chambers? Lifts her tail. I have no idea what it is that you imply, master. I am but a poor Argonian maid. Gratius Coulter. So you are, my dumpling, and a good one at that. Such strong legs and shapely tail. You embarrass me, sir. Fear not, you are safe here with me. I must finish my cleaning, sir. The mistress will have my head if I do not. Cleaning, eh? I have something for you. Here, polish my spear. But it's huge. It could take me all night. Plenty of time, my sweet. Plenty of time. Ugh. The Madness of Pelagius by Sapphires. The man who would be emperor of all Tamriel was born Thoris Pelagius II, a prince of the royal family of Wayrest in 3E119 at the end of the glorious reign of his uncle, Antiochus I. Wayrest had been showered by much preference during the years before Pelagius' birth, for King Magnus was Antiochus' favorite brother. It's hard to say whether Pelagius' madness first manifested itself, for, in truth, the first 10 years of his life were marked by much insanity in the land itself. When Pelagius was just over a year old, Antiochus died, and a daughter, Kintira, assumed the throne to the acclaim of all. Kintira II was Pelagius' cousin and an accomplished mystic and sorceress. If she had sufficient means to peer into the future, she would have surely fled the palace. The story of the War of the Red Diamond has been told in many other scholarly journals, and as most historians agree, Kintira II's reign was usurped by her and Pelagius' cousin Uriel by the power of his mother, Utema, the so-called Wolf Queen of Solitude. A year after her coronation, she was trapped in Glenpoint and imprisoned in the imperial dungeons there. All of Tamriel exploded into warfare as Prince Uriel took the throne as Uriel III, and High Rock, because of the imprisoned empress's presence there, was the location of some of the bloodiest battles. Pelagius' father, King Magnus, allied himself with his brother Sepphoris against the usurper emperor, and brought the wrath of Uriel II and Queen Potema down on Wayrest. Pelagius, his brothers and sisters, and his mother, Uthila, fled to the Isle of Balfiera. Uthila was one of the line of Durrani, and her family manse is still located on that ancient isle even to this day. There's thankfully much written record of Pelagius' childhood in Balfiera, recorded by nurses and visitors. All who met him described him as a handsome, personable boy, interested in sport, magic, and music. Even assuming diplomats' lack of candor, Pelagius seemed, if anything, a blessing to the future of the Septim dynasty. When Pelagius was 8, Sepphoris slew Uriel II at the Battle of Ichidog? Ichidog, I'm going to go with, and proclaimed himself Emperor Sepphoris I. For the next 10 years of his reign, Sepphoris battled Potema. Pelagius' first battle was the Siege of Solitude, which ended with Potema's death and the final end of the war. In gratitude, Sepphoris placed Pelagius on the throne of Solitude. As King of Solitude, Pelagius' eccentricities of behavior began to be noticeable. As a favorite nephew of the emperor, few diplomats to Solitude made critical commentary about Pelagius. For the first 2 years of his reign, Pelagius... Bo is standing right next to me, yawning. Hey, baby. Pelagius was at the very least noted for his alarming shifts in weight. 4 months after taking the throne, a diplomat of Ebonheart called Pelagius a hale and hearty soul with a heart so big it widens his waist. 5 months after that, the visiting princess of Firsthold wrote to her brother that the the king gripped my hand, and it felt like I was being clutched by a skeleton. Pelagius is greatly emaciated indeed. Sepphoris never married and died childless 3 years after the Siege of Solitude. As the only surviving sibling, Pelagius' father Magnus left the throne of Wayrest and took residence in the imperial city as the Emperor Magnus I. Magnus was elderly, and Pelagius was his oldest living child, so the attention of Tamriel focused on Solitude. At this time, Pelagius' eccentricities were becoming infamous. There are many legends about his acts as King of Solitude, but few well-documented cases exist. It's known that Pelagius locked the young princes and princesses of Silvanar in his room with him, only releasing them when an unsigned declaration of war was slipped under his door. When he tore off his clothes during a speech he was giving at a local festival, his advisors apparently decided to watch him more carefully. On the orders of Magnus, Pelagius was married to the beautiful heiress of an ancient dark elf noble family, Victoria Ra'afim. Nordic kings who married dark elves seldom improved their popularity. There are 2 reasons most scholars give to the union. Magnus was trying to cement relations with Ebonheart, or the Ra'afim clan, land hailed. Ebonheart's neighbor, Mournhold, had been a historical ally of the Empire since the very beginning, and the royal consort of Queen Berensaia had won many battles in the War of the Red Diamond. Ebonheart had a poorly kept secret of aiding Uriel II and Potema. The other reason for the marriage was more personal. Kataria was as shrewd a diplomat as she was beautiful. If any creature was capable of hiding Pelagius's madness, it was she. On the 8th of Second Seed, 3E145, Magnus I died quietly in his sleep. Jolithe, Pelagius' sister, took over the throne of Solitude, and Pelagius and Kataria rode to the imperial city to be crowned Emperor and Empress of Tamriel. It is said that Pelagius fainted when the crown was placed on his head, but Kataria held him up so only those closest to the throne could see what had happened. Like so many Pelagius stories, this cannot be verified. Pelagius III never truly ruled Tamriel. Kataria and the Elder Council made all the decisions and only tried to keep Pelagius from embarrassing all. Still, stories of Pelagius III's reign exist. It was said that when the Argonian ambassador from Blackrose came to court, Pelagius insisted on speaking in all grunts and squeaks, as that was the Argonians' natural language. It is known that Pelagius was obsessed with cleanliness, and many guests reported waking to the noise of an early morning scrub down of the imperial palace. The legend of Pelagius, while inspecting the servants' work, suddenly defecating on the floor to give them something to do, is probably apocryphal. When Pelagius began actually biting and attacking visitors to the imperial palace, it was decided to send him to a private asylum. Kataria was proclaimed regent 2 years after Pelagius took the throne. For the next 6 years, the emperor stayed in a series of institutions and asylums. Traitors to the empire have many lies to spread about this period. Whispered stories of hideous experiments and tortures performed on Pelagius have almost become accepted as fact. The noble lady Kataria became pregnant shortly after the emperor was sent away, and rumors of infidelity and even more absurd conspiracies to keep the sane emperor locked away ran amok. As Kataria proved, her pregnancy came about after a visit to her husband's cell. With no other evidence, as loyal subjects, we are bound to accept the empress's word on the matter. Her second child, who would reign for many years as Uriel IV, was the child of her union with her consort, Lariat, and publicly acknowledged as such. On a warm night in Sun's Dawn, in his 34th year, Pelagius III died after a brief fever in his cell at the Temple of Kinnereth in the Isle of Bethany. Kataria I reigned for another 46 years before passing the scepter on to the only child she had with Pelagius, Cassindia. Pelagius' wild behavior has made him perversely dear to the province of his birth and death. The second of Sun's Dawn, which may or may not be the anniversary of his death, records are not very clear, is celebrated as Mad Pelagius, a time when foolishness of all sorts is encouraged, and so one of the least desirable emperors in the history of the Septim dynasty has become one of the most famous ones. Yeah, that's a thing in Elder Scrolls Online. There is a Festival of Madness. Misrule. I believe that's what they call it. The Festival of Misrule, something like that. Oh wow, Kaidan's stuck inside his tent. Oh, that's not good. I can't tell him to follow me because he's already following me. Okay, let's see.
Darling.
Yeah, let's rest here.
Sounds good, love. How can I help?
Come on.
Let's
get
go.
going. Come on, sweetie. Okay, I don't know what to do about that at all. Let's find out. I've done my due diligence. If you will not follow, then okay. I might show up at, wait a minute. That's right. I can summon him. There we go. Okay.
Hey, you okay?
Hey, you packed the campsite?
Ugh, gonna need to restitch that seam when we come tonight. Won't be holding if we get bad weather.
Thank you. You're awesome. This part's awkward though. Okay. Okay, Volskig. Alright, I'm gonna look up where Volskig is. Oh yeah, we're talking like really far northwest. Okay. So it should be here a ways. Oh, wow, yeah, it's dark. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I read the map wrong, clearly. More in there. Let me check. See if I can get it this time. Nope, I'm still confused. Hold on. Alright. This is confusing. Okay. Wow. Every time I look at the map, I feel like I'm exactly right there. It might be a little bit more east. The issue that I'm having is that I'm looking at a map that, you know, we have different markers and, I mean, okay. Let me, so if I'm right, it should be pretty much mostly equidistant, slightly further west. Alright, I think Dragon Bridge is a good place for me to start and then try to go slightly north and west. Yeah, I'm really close. Okay, so I'm just a little bit further north. Dragon Bridge. Okay, yeah, I was confusing Karthweston for Dragon Bridge. So, here-ish. I really hate going straight to, like, ruins, but I don't have many choices. Alright, I'm gonna go to the fishing spot and then see if I can see from there. These ruins are like huge. Bigger than most towns, honestly. Okay, so there's the castle. Yeah, I'm like right there. Wow, this is amazing. Okay, I'm gonna look up a different map. Keep trying to mouse over it like it will talk to me. Okay, I am really lost trying to find this. I'm gonna run around. It should be here, but my map is different. I'm gonna go up here. Oh my god, enemies are nearby. I hate you guys. I'm trying to map. Leave me alone. Say leave me alone. I don't even want to slaughter you. Take one read out. Okay, this is the rest of the... What? Ugh. I am so confused. Alright. So, I'm in the open world, but I have to slaughter everything here to be able to move. I get it. I'm technically in the open world, so I could fast travel here, and I could fast travel away, but I can't ride away without going back through deep redoubt. Okay, let's see if this is any better, and it gives me a better perspective. I'm going to try going west from here. So, okay. Yeah. Confusing. Am I right on top of it? Literally? Right there? Could it be? Because that would be very cool. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, big ravine. But also staircase. Forsworn are just dirty, man. I mean, I don't want to be racist, but... Stop. Killed like 3 Forsworn and dead. They're just so dirty. It would be interesting to see if they did like weight that, like, you know. You're cleaner if you kill a nice wraith because they're just water.
You filthy scum!
But you're really dirty if you kill the Forsworn.
Is that your best, huh?
I'm ending this right now! You'll be so much easier to wrong when you're dead! There it is again, that fucking smile. I'll never get enough of it.
Thank you for making me laugh and smile and look at you on that sunset. Sunrise? Sunrise. Equally beautiful, baby. I don't know this dungeon. I don't know a lot of the content that you get just from wandering, because I continually do quests, and I don't wander much because I will just, I'll just get lost. And usually end up having to go back through later, so.
Is someone there?
Come on.
Is someone there?
Myself.
Son of a... You can't win this. We're routed. Fall back.
It's not really fair to make someone with 2 million hit points run away, like, through the dungeon, guys. random levers. Oh, thank you so much for like. I think they got some shit for that. Watching someone play a Daggerfall and complaining about that sort of thing. Oh my god, you're still running.
I cannot best you.
Then maybe you shouldn't have become a bandit marauder. It's in your name twice. You're a bandit and a marauder. Oh, now I'm lost. Good job, bandit marauder. You made me lost.
Threat is near. It's
Okay, good. That was that. This is this. Okay, good. There. That was it? Okay. Okay, we're gonna do the left wall thing and try to, assuming that's the way in. Not getting any sort of automatic quest. I'm just gonna follow the left wall around until I find something. Cool painting. I like it. Okay, so we've got puzzle here. Bear. Wolf. Oh, okay. So, wolf. Snake. Oh. Okay, let's try to figure this out. Now, I don't see any pillars. And that isn't a thing. So, looked like there might have been a book there. Let's see if it's in my inventory. Should be able to recognize it now that I'm not carrying 2,000 books. Oops. Oh, good. Okay. The four totems of Volsky. All four are bound to the same land as we. Some lay low, consumed in shadow. Snake. Others stand tall, stretching their necks to sea. Owl? While none live in this sacred barrow, they all demand your attention if you are to proceed. The first fears all, the second fears none. The third eats what it can, preferably number one. The fourth fears the second, but only when alone. All must be activated in order if you wish to go home. Okay, first fears all. Second fears none. Okay. Who's going to be afraid of everything? Of all of these. Bear, wolf, snake, fox. Okay, so the snake should be afraid of everything, right? Bear's not afraid of anything. So I'd say fox would eat the snake, and the wolf would eat the... Okay, let's try that again. Tell my inventory needs some help. 4 totems of Volsky. Okay, so I'd say fox first. Fox, bear. Fox, bear, wolf. Okay, try it the other way. Okay, bear is the second. And the first is either fox or snake. Okay, the second is definitely bear. Wolf is the fourth, because the fourth fears the second, but only when alone. So if the wolf is in a pack... Okay, so the third eats what it can, preferably number 1. So snakes don't eat foxes. But foxes can eat snakes. So, snake, bear, fox, wolf. That's my guess. So just do the handles in order. Snake. Bear. Fox. Wolf. Okay. Yay. Okay. Running man's folly. Is it a pair of scissors? Yeah, excuse me, Dragger. I want to see the loot. Running man's folly. Your carry weight is increased by 20. Alright, that's not as exciting as it magical funny pair of
I don't
scissors.
like the
Barely a scratch.
Supposed to get down there and hold off on that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is a jumping puzzle that won't do me any damage because I can't take falling damage. But let's go. Oh wow. That's a lot of dead bodies. I'm not sure I want to go down there. I think I'm just gonna go this way. thought there was a way down there too. I'll have to check that out. It's just a dead end. Nope, way down here also. I noticed when I play, I was realizing when I go back to playing a newbie, I lose my awareness of eagle eye, being able to zoom in. Since I've been playing a lot of newbies, I've forgotten to use eagle eye on this character. Yeah, but a cute phantom, right? Phantom to be feared. How about just admire me because I'm adorable? Alright, that's it. Okay, that's a dead end. This is just an alcove. I've gone this way, so. Woo! Woo-wee! I think that's part of the reason why I don't actually like using the shouts. They just make the fight longer.
Damn it!
Sorry, Kaidan. Oh, I think it's now making sense to me, some of the legacy of the Dragonborn puzzles about those on the left don't fear the right. Is it based on the puzzle in here? Because this does look like they reused the Volskidia base dungeon for some of their stuff. Interesting. Also in watching other people play
I'll keep you.
Arena and Daggerfall, I've seen or remembered a few more Easter eggs. There is one point in this game, I'm going to save because I don't know where the hell I am. One point in this game where you hear someone describing a puzzle to someone else. I think there were bandits somewhere that I ended up killing them. They were talking about, no, the first box with the bronze is something like that. That was a puzzle. And there were a bunch of puzzles and riddles in Arena that are introduced here as little Easter eggs. So I'm just going around a big circle. It is a big circle, but I haven't gone around it yet. So I'm able to tie a bit more of the lore together. Arena was very straightforward. It's really it's pretty simple. Jagar Tharn has imprisoned the Emperor. and you need to go get the 8 pieces. You're sent to 8 different dungeons to gather the pieces, reunite the staff. What is it? The Staff of Chaos or something like that. It's very straightforward. It's not, but it does have a lot of like little puzzles. Puzzles and riddles, some of which are reintroduced or referenced. And yeah, that's the one of the whole sweet roll thing. I was wondering why Guard said, "Let me guess, someone stole your sweet roll." That is actually a
wild and so fucking alive.
One of the personality questionnaires says, you know, essentially a friend of yours steals a sweet roll, or a person steals a sweet roll, what do you do? So it's kind of just a little reference to, so you just got here, so you just did the questionnaire and created your class kind of thing. That's why guards will say that at the beginning. So I'm learning. Okay. I think I hear a wall. Okay. Yep. Okay.
Fucked.
I think we're gonna be okay. Oh, please don't let this asshole just go over the side of the cliff.
Up yours!
Ooh, tougher than you guys, huh? Nobody likes that. Shoot your butt.
Fuck right off. Calm out and catch your breath. Have a sip of water. Maybe I can steal a victory kiss or two, eh?
Kind of okay, so I got Volsung. Alright, so Volsung is the mask.
This one increases your carry limit, better prices, and water breathing. I wonder if it would work in taverns, because I'm in the need for cheap mead, you know what I'm saying? And a bit more strength to carry all your shite around.
You aren't carrying any of my stuff. Our stuff. I love you, dear. Okay. I believe that should be it for Volsung. Let me see. Dungeons. Yep. Alright, Ingol's Barrow is next. I'm pretty sure we bought the claw for that at the beginning of the game. At Winterhold. I should still have a claw in my inventory. Let me check. I believe it's the one that the merchant in Winterhold sells to you. And as you can see, me just trying to open my inventory is a bit of a drag. So I'm gonna head to the museum. Oh, I don't see a claw, but we'll see. See what happens when we get there. Alright, I'm gonna go do a bunch of chores, and I'll be back, and we'll go to the barrel. Thanks for watching. Wishing you found family, creative hobbies, a hot bath after a long day, and food you love as much as Saleya loves apple pies.